I've had the honor of working with Mayor Kevin Nash, his wife Karen O'Brien, and the city of Pickering in putting program in place and working together to make meaningful change in regards to mental health. We had the flag raising for Mental Health Awareness Week earlier today, and it's really nice to see that there is a platform for starting conversation. Mayor Ash said, if try to talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, and if you can't have that conversation, he actually say, call me and I'll call them and talk to them. And I think, so often we don't really, because we don't talk about it, we don't understand the weight of mental health or what it means. Can you share with us what is mental health? How do you explain mental health so that it's not this heavy weight of a burden that people automatically think mental health means mental illness? How do you explain mental health?
Well, usually even just starting with that, saying mental health is something that we all experience, and it doesn't mean having a mental illness. And most people can experience traits of a mental illness without being somebody who's fully experiencing that mental illness. But sometimes in that relatability of, yeah, I know what it means to feel nervous and a bit anxious. I may not have it to an extreme where it's impeding how I live my life, but I can relate to that, might be something that helps shift perspective. And I think part of, this is why I think celebrities will be open about having mental health issues. When people start talking about it, it changes what you were imagining in your mind. So sometimes people get images conjured up in their mind that can be scary, that can be disturbing. And as they start to hear somebody say, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, I have whatever the diagnosis may be, and they notice, wait a minute, okay, so that person's just like everybody else, and not siloing that person into like a separate category, it might help shift that perspective. So part of what I think is important to do is show where people are being honest so that we can see mental health, people with mental health issues look like everybody. People who are diagnosed with mental health issues don't look different than anybody else. But also asking questions. What does somebody understand? What do they know? And then, sometimes we come at a conversation with, this is what I'm going to convince you to believe. But if you more invite the conversation to be, what do you know and can I share with you what I know? You might have more ability to actually bring some factual information to them and expand somebody's understanding. And again, you may not see it in that moment, but every time you have that conversation, there's more information that person's getting.